Hey, welcome to What Elon Said. Today is Friday, May 27th, 2022, the start of a nice, beautiful Memorial Day weekend. And today we have Elon talking about billionaires, or basically talking about himself, talking about gun control, and also his love of the people in Twitter. So
Yes.
today we have Kevin. What do we have here first? I don't think
Well,
I've
let's
seen this.
start off. Let's get into where we left off yesterday, which was Elden Ring, of course. And this was just a little tack on, last minute tack on here from Minty. TFW, you easily beat your own ass when you first encounter Mimic Tier or Tear and wonder if that's a good thing. And Elon said, true. Haha. um, and then just some inspirational SpaceX stuff here as well.
Yeah, love
So
that shot. Always good to see that.
yeah.
Double landing.
Double
Hoping to see.
landing,
Haven't seen those in
reusable
a while.
rockets is
Haven't seen
how we
those in a
build a
while.
self-sustaining city on Mars. Elon said yes
Yep.
to that. And also, we got the new interview with Tim Dodd of Everyday Astronaut, Part 2 with Elon.
Yeah, I think I need to take some time to sit down and watch these, and then we'll have. I think for everyone out there, we're going to have a recap of these of some of the Elon quotes of what he said that
Yeah,
struck us as informative for you because it takes a while to sit through these videos. We'll do it for you.
yeah. Just the key takeaways. Maybe we can summarize, trim it
That's right.
down.
That's right.
We'll jump over to Twitter talk for a minute here. Elon saying, jack off the board of Twitter. And I'm a fan of Jack, by the way. Wish he would stay on the board, but I understand that he needs to move on. So interesting turn of events here. While the whole acquisition is going back and forth and developing, but Jack Dorsey off the board of Twitter. I don't know.
Yeah,
Any
it's
thoughts on
interesting.
that?
I don't I didn't see his statement, but what did he have a statement on that? Or I think Elon just reported it here.
I don't know.
But
So
I'm imagining that he left sort of maybe out of conflict of interest because he is good friends with Elon,
that
and
makes
he
sense.
felt it would be best for him to step away from this process. Maybe he'll rejoin once Elon officially has it. There's nothing stopping him from doing that.
Mhm.
For the time being, it might be better for him to have an impartial board and for him to stay away from the process.
Yeah. Yep. Good points. Here we got Shibatoshi Nakamoto. Anyone can change culture. All one needs to do is make a great meme. Of course, part of Elon's philosophy on who controls the memes controls the universe. And then we got
Yes.
something that he liked here, which was a meme from Shibatoshi Nakamoto. This was the Hobbit meme again. And Slashdot said, that's the selfie of me. And
Yeah,
Elon liked that.
that's
So
pretty good.
just some fun stuff here before we
Yeah,
dive into the two big topics of the day, two or three.
the meat.
Yeah. Oh, one more. We're so professional here, so well
Yeah.
organized.
Yes.
Yeah, this was an epic drone flyover of Giga Shanghai, or of the cars produced in Giga Shanghai moving onto the barge to ship out, and it is pretty epic. If you get a chance to look at this, it's only like 2 minutes, but just some fascinating drone footage of the cars moving around.
Yes, and then Elon has he has so much respect for the team there. He is always very complimentary about his team of how hard they work. I think of course, he instills the work ethic, but and the way things are done. But he really has um, very high respect for them as much as they do for him. I think so.
Yeah,
It
hardworking
is
team
a
over there.
unique. You don't really see this. Granted, I don't follow a lot of CEOs, but I don't see them really congratulating and thanking their team as much as here. Usually they're
Mhm.
posting PR type of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, not like direct thanking,
That's
stuff
correct.
like that.
Yes.
Yep. I don't know, maybe it happens on other platforms, LinkedIn or something. Who knows?
Hmm.
Couple other things Tesla related. This was just a like from Elon about the visualizations of 10.12.1. So pretty cool that this Kim Paquette was surprised at how FSD even can tell the shape of cars behind it. So pretty cool
Yeah,
job
that is
there.
amazing.
And then this was the last one, I believe. I'll say it again before we get into the big topics here. But This was Elon replying to a tweet from 2012 where he said, doing LA to San Francisco road trip in a Model S with all 5 kids in Tallulah. Supercharger finished charging before we finished our burgers. Almost 10
Yeah,
years
it's like
ago.
I think that trip was probably the inspiration for him to build the Model X and Y, maybe because he's like, we got 5 people crammed in here.
Yeah,
We
did
need
you
a
know
little
that
more.
the like those older Model S's have back seat, like back rear facing seats
Oh,
these
I
days?
didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's crazy.
It's funny.
I saw one on the secondary market over here,
Yeah.
and I was really surprised. Like, man, I remember those types of seats from like Volvos when I was a kid. You know, sitting backwards. Didn't think that that would be part of Tesla safety, but
Yeah.
yeah, I guess it was at the time. All right, here we go. Let's get going here.
Oh yeah. Um, Now we have Mr. Producer said Elon scolded the media this week for giving attention to mass shooters, saying the exhaustive coverage played into their twisted motives.
Mm-hmm.
And then Elon said, "Absolutely, I totally believe that the media draws attention to it." So it's again his pushback against the way the media works and covers things is continuing frustration, and I think actually he expresses what a lot of people are thinking. It's he is a billionaire and he is Elon, but he does express what many people think. So that is true.
I'm pushing back on this one because I continue to say that the media just shows people what they ask for. They're really just a business that tries to get views. And I think if you want to complain about what media is covering, then stop watching it.
That
And
is
stop
true.
buying the crap that they try to get you to buy.
You have a good point. You have a good point.
So I mean, I agree. Like they shouldn't be covering that, and they should think more about their actions. But ultimately, they're trying to give the people what they want.
That's true. They just cover Starlink. No one will be watching the channel.
Yeah, sadly. Yeah. So
Sadly.
maybe it's more of a commentary on consumers in general,
True.
media consumers. But back to a tweet that Elon made yesterday about assault rifles. He said there should be a minimum special permit required where the recipient is very well vetted. And Jim Hansen said, "This is why I support Elon as owner of Twitter, so we can have arguments about policy based on free speech. I completely disagree with him on this, but as he said, it's his opinion. We need a marketplace of ideas, but the best ones win."
That's exactly the way it should be right there. That it's people express it, like they have the ability to express their ideas and people can respond, and a full actual conversation could be had there by real people, not bots.
You know what I think Twitter could do is like just throughout the platform, or when using the platform, explicitly try to educate people about civil discussions, having civil discussions, and
Yes.
like, hey, would you like to get trained on how to have civil discussions? Like they're, it
Yeah.
does get kind of chaotic, but
Just have a fun video by John
yeah.
Cleese or something. Yes.
But yeah, I agree there. And then Elon says, to be more precise, I mean semi-automatic gun with supersonic ammo and a large magazine. A little more precise there.
A little more precise, yeah.
And Ian Miles says, a schizo should not be able to have access to firearms. And Elon responded with a funny gif of, why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
That's interesting.
Yeah, what was this dude's name? God, why am I forgetting that?
The actor here?
What?
The actor or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting.
Andre. Yeah.
Andre.
The Eric Andre show. Yeah. All right, so more gun talk here. And he's starting to throw out some ideas.
Yeah, what does he say? So people are saying gun activists want severe restrictions. Then Elon just proposed an idea here. How about a middle ground where the licensing standards for semi-automatic rifles is a driver's license, age 21 and no rap sheet? basically, what is reasonable? A reasonable way to make it harder for people with homicidal impulses to obtain body count maximizing weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, the profile. You look at the profile, and it's usually someone under 21, so around that age segment. So maybe.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Ideas are thrown.
you got to take some sort of efforts to make sure they stay in the right hands. I don't know.
That's right.
Like
He's
we
just
were saying
throwing out
before we
ideas.
jumped on. I have opinions that
Yeah.
I'm not here to give Kevin's opinion. We're just here to
No,
cover what Elon said
what
here.
Elon said. That's
Mhm.
right. So let the viewers wonder what your opinion is. But we will. We're talking about what Elon. He's throwing out ideas, which is what Twitter should be about. And maybe the group think will make it a better idea.
Mhm.
So here, Elon. Someone said one problem: you could join the military at 18. Perhaps the problem solution to the problem is to make the age to join the military at 21. Interesting. And then Elon said, there is a sergeant making judgment calls about recruits before giving them a weapon. So that's a reasonable barrier that they're trained and it's decided if they've passed it and they can use it.
Mhm. Yep. And then we got more pushback. Someone saying, I think maybe 25, since auto insurance
Uh,
rates drop for 25-year-olds, indicating less risk. Could be similar for automatic weapons. And Elon said, now here's really the core of the takeaways here. I feel like
yes.
Elon saying maybe just require homicide insurance for a gun purchase? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Minimum car insurance, which is basically homicide insurance, is required for car ownership. I think this would actually work.
Yeah. He thought
Um,
about it a little more. He's like, maybe that's a good one.
yeah.
And of course, thousands of people had a comment on that as
Yes.
usual. So
Yes. Very much so.
we're not going to go into all those. So just the ones
But
he responded.
yeah, for the viewers out there, I don't know. What do you think about that? If you have any comments, leave them for us.
Yeah.
Um, all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Elon
So
said, yeah,
shifting gears a little bit, though not
a
too
little.
much.
Yes. Um, Politics. We're talking about moving into the politics general realm.
Yes.
Politics is a sadness generator, said Elon. And Shibatoshi Nakamoto said the politics game is much more about winning points than doing anything worthwhile, particularly on Bird app. Elon said, yeah. And Lex Friedman said, love is a happiness generator.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he
We're
liked that.
generators here.
Yep. So yeah, I don't think he's too fond of politicians in general on either side. It seems like
Seems
I
like
think
it.
he's fond of getting stuff done, and it appears to me as a viewer and podcaster who focuses on Elon that he seems to be just getting a little fed up with the whole politics game. And if we move further along, you'll see more of what I mean here. But Elon says, who do you trust less? He put out this poll. The real question: do you trust politicians or billionaires less?
I,
Uh,
I was like, when he puts the poll up, and it's a real question is like, this matters.
yeah,
What you answer, I will decide for the country.
yeah.
Yes.
um, no, I think he believes in sourcing the crowd,
Yeah.
the crowd's
So we have,
opinion.
that's
And
right.
billionaire, someone responded here saying, billionaires tend to make things I use, things I buy, media I consume and enjoy. Politicians, well, they make less of those. And Elon said, in general, very true.
Yeah. Then he gets personal here. He's calling out AOC, a sort of a very progressive politician in the U.S.
Celebrity
and
politician,
celebrity
almost.
politician that has recently said that she's thinking of getting rid of her Tesla
Mm,
because of what Elon's been posting
Elon's
on
behavior.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then Elon said, AOC, I dare you to run the same poll with your followers.
Yeah.
And then she said then she said right here, like, this person said, are you doing it because of that? And he said, yeah, look, let's see. And he's laughing.
Yeah. Yeah. About the, her wanting to get rid of her Tesla. Um, this guy says, you literally rest her. LOL. Now the poor baby wants to sell her Tesla. And Elon says the degree to which the unions control the Dems is insane. It's like watching a sock puppet talk, but the hand inside the sock is way too obvious.
So,
And then he
how
goes on to
does he
say
really
that
feel?
I'm really genuinely curious to know what her audience would say about it. And
Yes.
then Andy Milonakis, wow, throwback. Also a Twitter personality out there. I trust
Uh-huh.
people on a personal to person level, not by blanket statements about a big group. Elon says fair to
And he
that.
said fair.
Yeah.
Yes, he doesn't believe the billionaire politicians. They're not all lumped into a group. And then Elon said, use the word billionaire as a pejorative is morally wrong and dumb. Yeah, well, I think he's iterating what this person just said, but well, unless you're talking about Bill Gates, he's a jerk.
Now he didn't
I
like
don't think
that or
he didn't
anything,
like
but
that part. He didn't respond to that. That was just in
yeah,
here. Yes.
he responded to the next one, which was a response to that.
Okay, I feel that billionaires are most benign when trying to make money, most nefarious when spending it to do good. And then Elon said, "Yeah, I think that's probably right. If we're up to me, I would delete charitable deductions and class action lawsuits." That's just thrown in there, not even part of the topic, I guess, but something's on his mind.
I actually didn't read it that way initially. I he has had his opinions expressed about class action lawsuits in the past, but I did not catch that they were not linked. I thought it was some sort of tax related element, but yeah, he's just keeping on about this billionaire, and but someone says after he said it's the as a pejorative, it's morally wrong and dumb, and someone said, "Yeah, but trillionaire sounds better." And then Elon said, "It's just descending into silliness here."
Yes.
Elon said, "Dogecoin trillionaire, the
The
movie."
movie.
Um, and he did say that the use of the word billionaire as a pejorative is dumb if the reason for it is building products that make millions of people happy, right? So, yeah, if you're a billionaire who's done great things, then yeah, why like call them evil?
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Well, it shouldn't be all billionaires. He's saying, even though he just put the poll up,
Yeah.
lumping them together. So there's that. That's the billionaire show. Oh, more billionaire.
Yeah. Well, Pranay Padhole said, well, this one I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. I agree with this. He's saying, I'd rather trust how billionaires spend their money than politicians because whatever innovations that have enabled life to be better for humanity have been created by billionaire. I don't know. I don't know about that. Like,
I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah. People fought back in this. They were like, someone was like, well, what about the internet? This X-ray machine. They were like going through all these things like the government. It's
I mean, I'm not siding with politicians, but like to say that no one's ever done anything good for humanity other than billionaires. Like, well,
yeah, you never say 100%. That was definitely an extreme view, I thought.
Never go 100%, man. Yeah, so back to the Dems being a sock puppet. We got Eric Thiel here, space strategist, saying, "Would you say it's time to update our representative democracy into a direct democracy?" Yes, that would be awesome.
Yes, that shows his dislike of politicians even more. To him, the politicians are the middleman out of need for representation, rather and from this, I take he believes technology is there now. The ideal is to have direct input from everyone all the time with voting or something, the way he has his polls even, rather than having the representatives, which I disagree with only because I think you do need people who research the topic and can debate it in a proper way. I don't not necessarily being done right now, but I think that there's a need for that. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I probably shouldn't be putting it out here, but that's what I feel. Elon feels direct is the way to go.
You know, when you just what you said there about the polling that he's doing, like I think that probably is influencing his philosophy about direct democracy. Like Why
Yeah.
couldn't Twitter just basically be, yeah, like you said, a digital town square
Yep.
representative of the people, and then you could have like a government, uh, I guess, handle or something, or profile that puts out these polls, and
Uh huh.
that's how you vote.
That's how you vote on every issue,
Wow. Yeah.
because there's no backroom deals.
And there's a timeline for them, and they're easier to
Yes,
get rid of rules than to add them. He's
that's
got
right.
all these things. Wow.
That's right.
I actually hadn't
And
put the two together until just now with the
yeah,
polling and the voting. And that is
and
essentially a digital vote.
you, in a way, you can. Maybe he has all this in his mind because, in a way, I mean, think about it. If you have, if there's a big issue that's going to be voted on in Congress or even on your state level, and all of a sudden someone with enough reach or some way can have a huge poll on the topic
Yeah.
beforehand, and they say 50 million people voted to say they want this, and you're about to vote against it. You see what people really want versus what the representative
Yeah.
has out there.
Yeah. Or maybe that's what he's saying is like, hey, if you're a politician, you should be using this function more often to really
That's right.
understand what your constituents are looking for.
That is good point.
Yeah. I guess hence the recommendation that AOC do it.
That's right.
But yeah, so he adds here about in reply to Horde Troopers says hopefully those who work for billionaires are fairly compensated and part of a union. And he said a union is just another corporation, far better for many companies to compete for your skills so that you have maximum optionality. So more detail on his
Yes,
take on
more
unions.
deal on his take on unions. Although, I mean, I'm not arguing with him. I'm saying that just thinking about it, that the only pushback there is that if you are in an industry where it's a pseudo monopoly in a certain area where there's no other options, then that's kind of hard to do. Like if you were the only auto plant in a certain city and there's no other option for your skill, then you're at the whim of the manufacturer.
Or if you're at Tesla in 50 years.
Yes.
You better hope that the altruistic motives of Elon have passed down to the
That's
next
right.
leaders.
That's right.
But this is just more billionaire talk. For the most part, billionaires got their money from bringing billions of dollars worth of value to society. Even Jeff Who? And Elon says, yep, true. And then a great meme here. Chris Kennett says, in which Elon finally becomes his own weird nerd, which is a spin on the meme of Abu jumping in front of the gunman to block the counter clerk there.
Yes, and this with his billionaire poll, I think.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. They like that. All right, we should move quickly through the last few here.
Which I just want on one comment on the other one quickly is that I like how he does have a sense of humor about himself. He doesn't take himself too seriously.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
So
okay, anyway. So capital gains tax, or unrealized capital gains tax.
Will it ever happen?
Yeah,
and he has strong opinions about it. This would be a super bad idea, since stocks can swing wildly from one day to the next. Example: Snapchat dropping 43%. Tesla is below 40% below all-time high. However, eliminating estate tax, he always goes back to this. Dodges like GRAT would be good. I don't know what that is. Since probably the probability of kids being effective stewards of capital is lower. So he believes that the person who built the wealth is a better steward of it, but then passing it down to the next generations is they haven't earned it in a way.
Yeah.
So interesting.
He's got very unique philosophies and perspectives on money.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely.
And someone said, do you still think we're approaching a recession? And he said, yes, but this is actually a good thing. It has been raining money on fools for too long. Some bankruptcies need to happen. Also, all the COVID stay-at-home stuff has tricked people into thinking that you don't actually need to work hard. Rude awakening inbound. I do like that.
Yes.
And then he
Yes.
says it'll last about 12 to 18 months based on past experience, and
A
companies that are
recession. Yeah.
inherently negative cash flow, i.e., value destroyers, need to die so that they stop consuming resources.
Yeah. I
Good
mean,
economic thoughts from Elon.
yeah, he basically said, he's saying here, if a company's ship wasn't in order, this is just the natural flow of capitalism, that in tighter times, the less perfect companies will go away and better ones grow.
Yeah. And that's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
And just saying here, it's for sure, it'll be interesting to watch the waters recede.
Yes.
Mhm. We got a few Dilbert comics up
Yeah.
on
He
the
like these
screen. I'm not gonna go through all of them. They're just kind of humorous.
all Elon related.
They are all Elon. It's like three from this week, and
Yes.
then he started following Dilbert daily.
Did he? That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll be seeing a lot more of that then.
Yeah, a lot more likes probably.
Yeah.
But he said there were many insightful comments to all the mentions and commentary underneath the Billionaires.
Oh, okay. That's good.
But yeah, so then he went on and basically related to that said, it's pretty damn great to be able to talk to people from all walks of life in many countries on Twitter. So much to be learned, even from the harshest critics. Basically, I'm just saying, I love all you crazy people.
He, a lot of love for the Twitter community.
Oh, yeah. And then someone responded here and said, I love that we can throw out ideas for Teslas and you respond. And he did just that, where he said, we'll discuss the idea of AirPlay or Bluetooth connection, better Bluetooth connection in Teslas with the Tesla audio engineering.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect example there. I feel like I'm doing too much talking, but
that's
maybe,
okay. This first one, you can do it because this one's actually very small. I can't see it.
It's just about some banning going on, some weird stuff going on with accounts that follow Twitter or follow Elon, and he's just like, weird. Yeah, I still am like confused as to how the Twitter algorithms work. Sometimes there's like more replies below, and then you don't see them, and it's all weird.
The one thing I think I've noticed lately is that there's a lot more content is not suitable, like blurred things.
Yeah,
more than there used to be.
There seems to be a trend where people just are doing that.
But you click it and then nothing is objectionable. So I don't know what the algorithm is looking for something, but it's definitely stricter. Maybe they're being more conservative lately, but they give you the ability to see it. So it's not like it's blocked.
Yeah.
They just give a warning, which I think is fine. I have no problem with
weird.
that.
I think people are like trying to troll the algorithm or something with that stuff.
Yeah, it's weird. Here, Elon posted 12-year-old kids on Reddit making memes about inflation and house prices.
I don't know, man. Last couple here are really just fun.
Just fun ones. You liked most of these, right?
So a picture or a meme. When you can't afford to fix it right.
That's so good. I love that one.
And he's really into this Ricky Gervais show, so check that
that's
out.
Right. And Jack liked it too.
Yep.
Ricky's always good. So, this is great. Elon posts life of an artist in 1985, creating a little art, but most of the time, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And in 2022, same amount of time creating art, but now it's just social media the rest of the time. Sad. Sad statement on the times.
Social media just taking over everything. All the sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
That's right.
Happen on social media now. All right. Well, that'll do it for the show today. Hope everyone enjoyed, and we will catch you tomorrow.